Welcome back to Daybreak. My name is Raj, together with Robin, and today we're going to talk something very, very interesting. That is the Kedah International Photography Awards. And the person who's going to do that is our special guest today, who is none other than Vivian Toh, who is the Program Director of KIPA. Vivian, thank you for being on our show.
Yes. Thank you for having me here. Good morning to two of you.
Fantastic. Now, as always, we like to put our guests under the grill to find out a little bit more about yourself.
Yes.
So, can you just share with us a little bit about your background and how you got involved with KIPA?
Okay, this all started with me being involved in the publishing industry since 4 years ago. I published this magazine called Cut Out. It's a magazine on the graphic design industry and a bit of pop culture and everything in between. So it all started with a personal endeavor and journey into trying to figure out if I could become successful in the publishing industry, and I keep on trying and doing things the way I think I could. And then it was when this year, Georgetown Festival, I was invited to curate a magazine exhibition for the Georgetown Festival. It did go well. Thankfully, it went well, and it caught the attention of the organizers of the Kedah International Photography Awards, and hence I was being appointed to become the program director to work on this amazing photo awards.
So you were sort of like seen at doing what you liked to do, and then they just sort of picked you out from that show.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Fantastic. Do you come from a creative background? Like, do you study graphic design?
Not really. I graduated in mass communication with a major in public relations and journalism. So it's still things that I know best, and the things that I studied in my college years, and trying to work things out, not you going through the common path of getting employed.
Right.
But trying out to be an entrepreneur.
Right.
Yes, yes. Actually going out there by yourself as an entrepreneur.
In fact, I learned a lot by becoming an entrepreneur.
Right, interesting. In fact, based on her background, she probably can take our places.
Yeah, that's true.
Think about that.
That's true, yes. That's how we ended up here too.
No, we should collaborate. Not taking over anyone's place.
Now, with regards to KIPA, now, it's interesting that Kedah was chosen. Now, most people would think that it will be held in a more cosmopolitan area. Obviously, KL would be an obvious choice, or even Penang or Johor. Why Kedah?
Yes.
I guess it's just that people, if we are living in KL, we might think that there's no other place or other states other than KL that's as interesting as KL. But the thing is, we have not even ventured out from our doorstep to experience the other places in Malaysia. Why Kedah? Kedah has an amazing place to be adventurous, to be romantic, and how Kedah International Photography Awards even came about was because our organizers were on a boat trip one day in some parts of Kedah shooting a documentary, and they loved it instantly. But they still couldn't find photos of the places they've been to on the internet, and there are a lot of things that in fact we can nourish ourselves with the beauty of Malaysia. I mean, I'm very much Malaysian at heart, and I would love to see not just Kedah, in fact, some other places like Penang or Pahang, Terengganu, Kelantan. All these places are really interesting.
Yeah, even like way up north and like perhaps Perlis or so.
Yeah, definitely.
And Kedah is
hidden gems.
Yeah, it's the second oldest. It's the oldest state in Malaysia and the second oldest in the world.
Oh, is that so?
Yes.
We need to brush up on our history lesson.
Yes, we do. We definitely do, right?
We learned something new today.
Yes.
Now, you mentioned the founders. When did they conceptualize this? Like that trip they made? Was it a few years back?
No, it was early this year.
Oh, right. Wow, that's fast for them to put it all together in such a short period of time.
Yes. I was actually busily curating for the magazine exhibition in Georgetown. I got a phone call, and the organizer asked me if I would want to do something for Kedah. I was thinking, if I could do one for Penang, a small one, let's do something else that's more interesting for Kedah. So I took it on.
Wow, just like that.
Yes.
And so now we've landed the spot of the program director.
And that was during the month of the election. Everything was people were so busy with the election. I was back at home working on the proposal.
Oh.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
So on that note, with regards to Kedah, why was it you decide to do like an International Photography Awards. I mean, how did that come about specifically? I'm sure they said they want to do something.
Why photography? You know, why can't it be anything else, like, you know, bringing people there and just engaging with its nature? But why specifically photography?
Good question. I guess it's the easiest way to reach out to the people these days. Almost every one of us do have a smartphone, or maybe a camera in hand, and there's internet accessibility almost anywhere in the world. And you can just upload a photo instantly and show to the people what it's all about. And we created a hashtag called the Experience Kedah.
Yeah, Experience Kedah.
Yes, so what we do with that is we encourage people to upload their photos on Instagram and put it on hashtag Experience Kedah to tell people that, look, there's so much things to experience in Kedah.
Right.
And we're coming close to about 1,000 photos.
Oh wow!
That
okay, so the response is really great then so
Yes.
far. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. But the main question here is that because there's so many other states, right? And of course, a lot of states you find lots of forests, jungles, rivers, waterfalls, and this and that. So what differentiates Kedah from the different states? What makes Kedah a one-off state?
Yeah, like I mentioned, it's the oldest state in Malaysia.
Okay.
We want to start it there. It's
So there's infrastructure, historical infrastructure, and so?
Yes. We want to portray Kedah as a modern and vibrant state. And we want to see the development of Kedah in the next 5 to 10 years. Yes, and also redefines its place in the global community.
Right, because what you say is quite true. When you think of Kedah, it's more agricultural state. You know,
that's what I.
Jelapang Padi, if I remember my geography right, where most of our Malaysian the rice fields actually lie. Now, with regards to the Kedah International Photography Awards, so putting it together would have been quite an interesting challenge because you have to bring in together all your various partners as well as sponsors and conceptualizing the whole process, the concept itself. So what was the major challenges involved when first bringing it together?
On my personal opinion, since I've been working on a proposal, it's about getting the program together first. And one step at a time, finding the partners, the right partners to collaborate. Yeah, and what we had to really make KIPA stands out from the other photography awards is, of course, to integrate whatever that is there in Kedah. We first have to go all out to check out what Kedah has to offer.
Right,
I'm so proud that Kedah has these beautiful landscapes of rice fields. Some people call it the big blue sky country or state, as comparable to Montana. And this is what makes it interesting and unique. It's got the ancient buildings and places of worship in the Bujang Valley. It's got plenty of others, the places, it's the birthplace of Tun Mahathir. Yeah, and lots of many other places. We would like to integrate all this into a program that can capture the character and beauty of Kedah by having photographers and tourists all together. And KIPA is just one of the first steps to take.
Okay, and have you felt like you've managed to reach out to the majority of Malaysian photographers out there? Because I'm sure as part of KIPA, you'd like every single photographer, from
especially
smartphones, from Polaroids,
the amateur
to digital,
ones,
everyone from like A to Z, you want them to participate, right? So how well has that gone so far?
We are working hard. I'm here.
That's a start. Definitely.
That is pretty true. Yeah, she is here right now.
Yeah, working hard, and also we are getting the photography magazines to also participate and support us along the way.
Yes.
We are thankful to have Capital TV.
Oh, most definitely. Always want to help budding future photographers.
Exactly.
Who knows, could be top-notch photographers.
We also get of course, the Kedah state government is with us, supporting us, and we also have the Malaysian Press Photographers Association and the Assembly, World Assembly of Youth, doing this together with us. Also, a list of hotels.
Okay.
Yeah, most of them come from Langkawi. The first step that I did, I made a lot of cold calls. This is all you got to do when you want to want your name to be out there. And I'm very glad that they agreed.
Okay, so you received good positive response throughout your
even
journey,
photographers
right?
as well. Well, they do
Wow,
ask me like you, why Kedah?
That's right.
Yeah, and I think I managed to give them a good answer. And yeah, they are with us right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can see quite a fair number of the sponsors, especially from the resorts and hotels.
Yeah. We were just Raj and I were just looking at the website.
You should
Amazing.
go.
All the the resorts, different prizes, and it's insane.
Yes,
I mean,
you should make a visit to Korean Hill. It's a
Korean
lovely,
Hill.
lovely resort.
Hill. Is that in Kedah, or
Yes,
is that-
in Kedah.
okay,
In
okay.
Kedah. Not just Alu Star, but in Kodiang, Pedu Lake. Do you know that there is a Japanese World War II fort in Pedu Lake? It's somewhere that unknown or unheard of, but it's there. I mean, imagine if the word is out there that we have this fort in Kedah. We will have many tourists coming over
Exactly.
to take photos.
Definitely, I think Malaysia it's still a very good platform for a lot of undiscovered monuments and undiscovered things, just laying under the ground, just waiting for it to be discovered.
I think we just have to find another way, more intelligent way to reach out to the modern people these days.
That's true. I'm sure, as you mentioned, Robin, there's loads to offer. It's just that we're just not aware of the beauties and all this hidden
Well,
gems.
we're
that's
relatively
available.
still a young country. Come think about it, so there's so much out there. As I can imagine, like if it's just a bunch of buddies sitting at home, we're like, hey, what to do today? What to do during the weekend? Huh? We have no idea. Go to the shopping mall, cinema, this and that. But like now, we know that these things exist, and it gives us a reason to go out there to visit these things.
It's only a 6 hours drive.
Yeah, only.
So what comes to mind is Lake Pedu, for example, World War II fort to check out. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break right now. If you have any thoughts, if you have any experiences with your travels up to Kedah, we would love to hear it. You can email us at updates@capitaltv.my or tweet us at the Capital TV. Now, when we come back, we're going to talk more about KIPA, and more interestingly, what are the fantastic prizes you could potentially win if you take part in this competition. So stay tuned here on Daybreak.